Hey Taurus, I need to sit down with you for this one because what I am seeing in your reading is honestly making my hands shake a little bit. I just pulled cards for you and the energy here is heavy, like really heavy. And I need you to listen carefully because this is not just about some minor challenge or temporary setback. What I am picking up is that someone has been working deliberately, methodically, systematically to cut you off from opportunities, from support, from progress. They have been building walls around you, and you might not have even realized how trapped you have become until right now. Before I go deeper, I want you to know that this reading is going to reveal some uncomfortable truths, but I am also going to show you exactly how you are going to break free from this. The cards are showing me the situation, the person behind it, and most importantly, your path forward. So take a breath with me, center yourself, and let me walk you through what the universe is revealing about your situation right now. All right, the first card I pulled for you is the Ten of Wands, and Taurus. When I saw this card, I immediately understood the weight you have been carrying. This card shows a figure bent over, struggling under the burden of 10 heavy staffs, barely able to see the path ahead. And this is exactly what someone has done to you. They have loaded you down with so much responsibility, so many obligations, so many tasks and duties that you cannot move freely anymore. You are stuck in place, weighed down, exhausted. But here is what makes this particularly insidious. The Ten of Wands is not about natural burdens or responsibilities that come with growth. This is about imposed weight. Someone has deliberately given you more than you can handle. They have volunteered you for projects, pushed extra work onto your plate, created situations where you feel obligated to say yes even when you want to say no. And every time you try to set something down, they add something else. Every time you try to lighten your load, they remind you of your responsibilities, your commitments, your promises. I am seeing this could be happening in your work environment, where someone keeps assigning you the difficult tasks, the tedious projects, the time-consuming responsibilities that keep you chained to your desk while others move forward. Or this could be in your personal life where someone has made themselves so dependent on you, so needy of your time and energy, that you cannot pursue your own goals without feeling guilty. They have turned your natural Taurus reliability into a trap. They know you finish what you start. They know you honor your commitments. And they are using that against you. The exhaustion you feel is not just physical, Taurus. I am seeing mental fatigue, emotional depletion, spiritual weariness. You wake up tired. You go to bed tired. You cannot remember the last time you felt excited about your future because you are too busy just trying to get through today. And this is exactly what they want. They want you too tired to dream, too overwhelmed to plan, too burdened to break free. What is really painful about the Ten of Wands is that you can see your destination in the distance. You know where you want to go. You have dreams, ambitions, goals, but you cannot get there because you are carrying too much. And the person who loaded you down with all this weight is standing back, watching you struggle, maybe even offering sympathy while they add another burden to your pile. They have turned you into a beast of burden while they walk freely. The second card that came through is the Eight of Wands, and this is where my heart broke a little for you, Taurus. Because the Eight of Wands is about swift movement, rapid progress, messages flying, opportunities coming in fast. This card is pure momentum and speed. But here's the devastating part. This card is showing me what should be happening in your life right now. This is the energy that is meant for you. These are the opportunities that should be reaching you. This is the progress you should be making, but someone has intercepted these wands. They have blocked the messages. They have redirected the opportunities. They have created barriers that stop the swift energy of the Eight of Wands from reaching you. I am seeing emails that never got to you. Job opportunities that someone convinced you not to pursue. Introductions that never happened. Invitations that got lost. Information that was withheld. Connections that were sabotaged. This person has positioned themselves as a gatekeeper in your life. They control what information reaches you. They influence which opportunities you hear about. They have made themselves essential to your communication flow, and they are using that position to filter out anything that might help you break free from their control. When good news is coming your way, they downplay it. When opportunities arise, they point out the risks. When doors start to open, they remind you of your obligations, your burdens, your responsibilities. What makes the Eight of Wands particularly significant here is the speed at which things should be moving for you. This is not about slow, steady progress. This is about rapid acceleration. You are meant to be in a period of quick advancement, fast results, sudden breakthroughs. But instead, everything feels stuck, delayed, slow, and that is not natural stagnation, Taurus. That is manufactured blockage. Someone is deliberately slowing down what should be moving fast. I am also picking up that this person might be intercepting actual communications. If you have been wondering why certain people have not gotten back to you, why opportunities seem to disappear just as they appear, why promising situations fizzle out unexpectedly, this is why. Someone is working behind the scenes to make sure the swift energy of the Eight of Wands never reaches you. They are creating a buffer zone around you where momentum goes to die. Now the third card is Justice, and this is where the reading gets really serious because justice is about karma, truth, legal matters, and consequences. And what I am seeing here is that someone has been working very carefully to make sure that if you try to break free, if you try to fight back, if you try to expose what they have been doing, you will look like the bad guy. They have been building a case against you, documenting things in a way that makes them look reasonable and makes you look unreliable, ungrateful, or unstable. The Justice card is showing me contracts, agreements, obligations that were designed to trap you. Maybe you signed something you did not fully understand. Maybe you agreed to terms that seemed fair at the time but have become a prison. Maybe there are written records, emails, messages that this person has carefully preserved to use against you if you try to break free. They have been playing the long game, Taurus. Every interaction has been calculated. Every agreement has been strategic. What is particularly cruel about how this person has used justice energy is that they have made everything look legitimate. On paper, on the surface, to outside observers, everything appears fair and reasonable. You agreed to help, so you should help. You made a commitment, so you should honor it. You accepted the position, so you should fulfill the responsibilities. They have weaponized fairness and duty and obligation to keep you trapped. I am also seeing that this person might have involved others in creating this web of obligation around you. They have gotten other people to agree that you should do this, should handle that, should take care of this other thing. They have built a consensus around your imprisonment so that if you try to set boundaries or walk away, multiple people will tell you that you are being unreasonable. They have turned the scales of justice against you by making sure their version of events is the documented, agreed-upon, official version. But here is what is important about the Justice card in this position. Justice cuts both ways. Yes, they have been using legal energy, karmic principles, and social contracts to trap you. But justice is also about truth coming to light. It is about balance being restored. It is about people getting what they deserve. And the universe is about to tip these scales in your favor. The fourth card is the Five of Wands, and this shows me exactly how this person has kept you isolated and blocked. The Five of Wands is about conflict, competition, everyone fighting everyone, chaos and disorder. And what this person has done is create constant small conflicts around you. They have stirred up drama, encouraged competition, fostered misunderstandings, created an environment where everyone is fighting with everyone, else so that no one has the energy or clarity to actually move forward. Together, you know that feeling? When you are in a group and everyone has different ideas and no one can agree and everything dissolves into arguing and nothing gets accomplished? That is the Five of Wands, and someone has been deliberately creating this energy around you. They start rumors that cause friction. They share information selectively to create misunderstandings. They play people against each other. They encourage competition instead of collaboration. And in all that chaos, real progress becomes impossible. What is particularly insidious about this tactic is that it keeps you isolated without making it obvious. You are surrounded by people, but no real connection is happening because everyone is too busy defending their position, proving their point, competing for resources or attention. This person has made sure that potential allies become competitors, that friends become rivals, that collaborative energy dissolves into conflict. I am seeing this playing out in multiple areas of your life. Maybe in your workplace where this person has created an environment where everyone is competing for the same resources, the same recognition, the same opportunities. Or in your social circle where they have spread just enough gossip, just enough doubt, just enough conflict that people are wary of each other instead of supportive. Or even in your family where they have stirred up old grievances, encouraged taking sides, fostered division. The Five of Wands is exhausting because you are constantly having to defend yourself, explain yourself, prove yourself, compete for what should be freely available. And all that energy you spend on these small battles is energy you are not spending on your actual goals and dreams. This person knows that. They know that if they keep you fighting 5 different small fights, you will never have the strength to fight the one big fight that would set you free. Now I am pulling the 5th card and I got the Queen of Cups. And this is showing me exactly who has been doing this to you. The Queen of Cups is emotionally intelligent, intuitive, nurturing, caring, empathetic. This is someone who presents themselves as deeply sensitive, as your emotional support, as the person who really understands you and cares about your feelings. But Taurus, this is a mask. This person has been using emotional intelligence as a weapon against you. This Queen of Cups knows exactly what to say to make you feel guilty. They know which emotional buttons to push to get you to comply. They know how to frame their manipulation as care and concern. When you try to set boundaries, they cry. When you try to prioritize yourself, they talk about how hurt they are. When you try to break free, they remind you of everything they have done for you, all the times they were there for you, all the ways they have supported you. What makes this particularly painful is that this person might genuinely believe they care about you. They might have convinced themselves that keeping you small, keeping you burdened, keeping you blocked is actually for your own good. They might tell themselves they are protecting you from disappointment, from failure, from making mistakes. But the reality is they need you trapped, because your freedom threatens their control, their position, their sense of importance in your life. I am seeing this could be a family member who uses emotional guilt to keep you obligated. A friend who positions themselves as your confidant, but uses the information you share to subtly undermine you. A partner who seems supportive but always has reasons why now is not the right time for your dreams. A mentor or boss who claims to have your best interests at heart but consistently blocks your advancement. This Queen of Cups energy is particularly hard to identify and escape because emotional manipulation feels less concrete than other forms of control. The final card I pulled is the King of Swords. And Taurus, this is your way out. This is the energy you need to embody to break free from everything I have been describing. The King of Swords is about mental clarity, strategic thinking, truth, direct communication, and cutting through deception with precision. This king does not get swayed by emotional manipulation. He sees situations clearly, thinks strategically, speaks truth directly, and makes decisions based on logic and wisdom rather than guilt or obligation. You need to become the King of Swords in this situation. That means getting brutally honest with yourself about what has been happening. No more making excuses for this person. No more convincing yourself that their manipulation is actually care. No more accepting burdens that are not yours to carry. No more tolerating conflicts that serve their agenda. You need to see the situation with crystal clarity and then act on that clarity with strategic precision. The King of Swords is also about using your voice powerfully and directly. You need to start saying no without explanation or justification. You need to start calling out manipulation when you see it. You need to start communicating your boundaries clearly and enforcing them consistently. This king does not argue or defend or explain endlessly. He states the truth once, clearly, and then acts according to that truth regardless of how others respond. I am seeing that you will need to make some sharp cuts. The King of Swords carries a sword for a reason. Some of these obligations you are going to have to cut away even though people will be upset. Some of these relationships, you are going to have to distance yourself from even though you will feel guilty. Some of these commitments, you are going to have to break even though you will worry about how that looks. But here's the truth, Taurus. You cannot carry the Ten of Wands forever. At some point, you have to put down what does not serve you, regardless of who put it on your shoulders. The King of Swords is telling you to document everything moving forward. If this person has been using justice against you by creating paper trails, you need to create your own documentation. Save communications, note dates and times. Keep records. Build your own case, because when you start setting boundaries and breaking free, they are going to escalate. They are going to try to paint you as the problem. And you need to have clear evidence of what has actually been happening. So let me bring this all together for you, Taurus. Someone has systematically loaded you with burdens to keep you stuck. They have blocked the swift opportunities and messages that should be reaching you. They have used obligations and agreements to trap you legally and socially. They have created constant conflict to keep you fighting instead of progressing. They have used emotional manipulation disguised as care to control you. And now you need to embody the King of Swords to cut through all of it with clarity and strategic action. This is not going to be easy. Your Taurus nature wants stability, hates conflict, values loyalty. But staying in this trap is not stability, it is stagnation. And loyalty to someone who is deliberately blocking your growth is misplaced. You need to be loyal to your own future, your own potential, your own freedom. The King of Swords is showing you that mental clarity and strategic action will set you free, but you have to be willing to wield that sword even when it feels uncomfortable. If this reading resonated with you, if you are seeing these patterns in your life, I want you to know that awareness is the first step to freedom. You cannot break free from a trap you do not know you are in. But now you know, now you see, and now you can start making different choices. Trust your clarity over their emotions. Trust your wisdom over their manipulation. Trust your right to freedom over their need for control. All right, Taurus, that is what I am seeing for you. 6 cards, heavy truths, but also a clear path forward. You have got this.